Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Agamain101 and welcome to Payday 2. I'm making this video just because a lot of people keep asking the same question over and over again, and no amount of times of me replying to the comments will basically help people out, because of course those comments will be flooded with more comments, which is pretty unbelievable by how many people actually are commenting on this video, so I do appreciate it, and I've been trying to answer as many questions as possible, but of course it has now come to the time where I have to actually show you guys what my skills are, because just too many people are asking the same question, and I might as well answer it in a video, which is a much easier thing to do than reply to the comments and answering the same question over and over again. Anyway, so yes, I am playing currently as Wolf, as you can see here. We'll first go into my inventory just so you guys can see what I'm usually using. A lot of the times I use my AMR-16 or my M308 rifle or my Rhinefield 880 shotgun. This is just an old weapon though, I hardly ever use it. And the pistol I use is the Crosskill pistol, and it's kind of decked out here. We have the Monolith suppressor. I have a tactical pistol light, which can be pretty handy for lighting areas up every now and again. We have the Ergo grip. We have the extended magazine, no sight, and no vented slide or long vented slide. These would be nice to have, however the visibility would be increased tremendously. However, I would probably end up just deleting the magazine and go for a slide instead, which would be much better. Anywho, that's pretty much it for that, and then we can go into skills, which is big. Of course, everyone's been asking what skills do I use. Well, this is usually the skills I'm using right now. In the video, though, you'll notice that there's just going to be one difference, and that's about it. So anyway, this is what I have. I have the, starting from the bottom here, I have, of course, have the unlocked Mastermind, I have Endurance aced, I have Cable Guy aced, Fast Learner to level a little bit faster, Smooth Talker, just normal Smooth Talker, seems to be pretty good, and Dominator aced. This one is the one that allows you to get guards to handcuff themselves, which is of course the most important thing. And also in the recent patch of update number 5, we now have 1 additional cable tie, so now we have 6 cable ties instead of 5. Not the original 10, unfortunately, but we are kind of getting there. Hopefully they increase it to 7. That would make me very happy, because then we can get all the people on the street down in the jewelry store heist. Then we have in the side of Enforcer. The Enforcer is, of course, unlocked. And then we have Transporter 1. In the videos that you've been seeing recently, these I had this one equipped, and you'll see why I don't have it equipped anymore. It's simply because I don't have the skills yet. I only have 1 skill point, need 2 more, and then I'll be good to go for throwing bags a bit farther. Technician, I haven't spent a single ability on this yet, and I don't really plan on it unless I go for the drills, which are very useful now because they also work for thermal drills inside of the bank heist, which means you can have a completely silent thermal drill if you so need one, which potentially means you could probably put one into the front of the bank if you are careful enough and hopefully don't have any civilians in there watching you do some stuff, which could be pretty cool. Might be doing a video in the future of how that may work. And then of course the meat and bones of my build. Well, really, if you think about it, this is probably the meat and bones right here, Dominator and the Cable Guy ability. Those ones are probably the best ones. But of course we have the ECM Jammer unlocked, of course. We have Sprinter, which is a very solid ability. Basically increases your sprint speed. Which is fantastic. You can only get the increased sprint speed when you have aced the ability, and you also have increased stamina regen, which allows me to go extremely fast, as well as I have increased stamina and increased stamina for myself and my crew over on Mastermind, which means I'm not running out of breath anytime soon. I also have Cap Burglar, which basically stops me from dying whenever I fall from a decent distance. All the damage actually goes into my armor instead of my actual health. Then we have Dead Presidents. I just got this one for the laughs. You don't really need this one because money kind of floods your pockets anyway. This is only really useful if you need to loot a lot of stuff or just want to spend an extra point because you actually need to. Next we have Fast Hands. This one's a pretty essential ability. It allows you to loot things much faster. Pretty much doesn't even half the time. It pretty much you pick things up in an 1/8 of the time, I'd have to say, because it takes forever without this ability, so I highly recommend you pick that up. I have Chameleon, very useful skill, especially since you need to stealth a lot of the time. It allows you to sneak around without anyone actually seeing you. Then we have Cleaner. Pretty much simple as it goes. You deal additional damage against special enemies, kind of a useless trait, but the ability to bag and throw corpses when it's aced is more than worth the extra point that you spend on the wasted stat. And of course, well, maybe in some cases it's okay to kill some special enemies, but hopefully you won't be having to do that. Next we have Shinobi. You only need this one on the basic. I don't know how many points this is, I think it's just one still, but I could be wrong about that. It says your movement speed when you move and when you crouch is increased, which means you'll be moving much faster than you normally would be, including in casing mode. So that is very important to point out. Next, we have the ECM Specialist. Now, we're getting into a territory where I didn't have these abilities to show off, such as in framing frames. I didn't have these abilities yet, but now I do. So keep that in mind. This will make those missions much easier for when you have to go and play them. I have this one aced, which means I have not only 2 extra ECM jammers, but the feedback is increased to a longer length, which is extremely crucial for when you are playing the game and need to make sure that no one is going to call the police, because that distance increase is unbelievably good. Then we have the ECM Overdrive. Your ECM jammer duration is increased once again. That's a 4-point skill ability, which is quite expensive, and then the even more expensive one is the 8-point skill ability, which is your ECM jammer can now also be used to open certain doors, which is pretty fantastic. I personally think it's better than being able to silently crack safes by hand. So I personally think that's probably better. I've tried both, and I just find the ECMs to be better now that ECMs can also open up ATMs, allowing for more stealth possibilities, such as in 4 stores. You can just go plop your ECM jammer on one of those ATMs inside of 4 stores and you have no problem. However, there is now a random chance that those ATMs will even exist, so keep that in mind. Other abilities I would recommend, of course, is just the lockpicking ability. That's probably about it. And of course, these drill abilities on the side here. C4 is pretty much useless now that you can, both lockpick stuff and go ahead and open up ATMs. You don't even need the Enforcer portable saw ability anymore, so that's pretty great, unless you want to loot all the deposit boxes, which I still find to be a complete waste of time, because the amount of money that you get on it isn't that amazing. You could just do framing frames in the time that you would saw all those open if you were on your own. So that's just my personal opinion. Some people disagree with me. They think that it's a lot better to go ahead and drill all those deposit boxes. But trust me, after all the time I've actually done it, I haven't found it to be that important. Anywho, that is my skills. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to click the like button, and there will be more Payday on this channel, of course. So you will be sure to see more of that, especially if you subscribe. You will know when those videos do in fact come out. Also, my Payday 2 review is coming out very shortly. I've actually just finished the script for it, and soon you'll be seeing that momentarily. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.